Okay. For Bible fire. Bible fire. Bible fire. First letter to the Thessalonians. Here we go. I, Paul, and Silvanus, and Timothy, to the assembly of the Thessalonians, which is in Elohim the Father, and in our Master Yeshua the Messiah. Grace be with you and peace. We give thanks to Elohim at all times, on account of you all, and remember you continually in our prayers. And we call to mind before Elohim the Father the works of your faith and the toil of your love, and the patience of your hope in our Master Yeshua the Messiah. For we know your election, my brothers, beloved of Elohim. For our preaching among you is not in words only, but also in power, and in the Ruach HaKodesh, and in genuine persuasion. You also know how we were among you for your sakes. And you became imitators of us and of our Master, and that ye received the word in great affliction, and with the joy of the Ruach HaKodesh. Imitators, mimickers. And you were a pattern for all the believers who were in Macedonia and in Achaia. For from you the word of our Master sounded forth. And not only in Macedonia and Achaia, but in every place. Your faith in Elohim is heard of. So that we have no need to say anything concerning you, for they declare what progress we had with you, and how you turned from the worship of idols to Elohim, that you might worship the living and true Elohim, while you wait for his Son from heaven, the Yeshua, whom he raised from the dead, who delivers us from the wrath to come. And you yourselves, my brothers, know our entrance among you, that it was not in vain, but we first suffered and were treated with indignity, as you know, at Philippi. And then, in great agony, with confidence in our Elohim, we address to you the good news of the Messiah. For our encouragement proceeded not from deceit, nor from impurity, nor in deceit, but as we had been approved of Elohim to be entrusted with the good news. So we speak not as pleasing men, yet Elohim who searches our hearts. For at no time have we used flattering speech, as you know, nor cloak of greed. Elohim is witness. Neither have we sought glory from men, either from you or from others, when we might have exerted influence as apostles of the Messiah. But we were lowly among you, and like a nurse who cuddles her children, so we also cuddled you, and were desirous to impart to you not the good news of Elohim alone, but also our own soul, because you were precious to us. For you remember, brothers, that we labored and toiled, working with our own hands by night and day, that we might not be authoritative to anyone of you. You are witnesses, and Elohim also, how we preached to you the good news of Elohim, purely and uprightly, and were blameless toward all them that believe. As yourselves know, we entreated each one of you as a father his children, and comforted your hearts. And we instructed you to walk as it becomes Elohim, who has called you to his kingdom and his glory. Therefore also we give thanks unceasingly to Elohim, that the word of Elohim which you received from us, you did not receive as the word of men, but as being truly the word of Elohim, which works efficiently in you and in them that believe. For you, my brothers, became assimilated to the assemblies of Elohim in Yehud, the persons who are in Yahshua the Mashiach, and that you so suffered, even you from your own countrymen, as also they from the Judeans, the persons who slew our master Yahshua the Mashiach, and persecuted their own prophets and us, and they please not Elohim, and are made hostile to all men, and they forbid us to speak to the Gentiles, that they may have life, to fill up their sins at all times. And wrath comes on them to the uttermost. However, we, my brothers, have been bereaved of you for a short time, in visible presence, not in our hearts, and have the more exerted ourselves to behold your faces with great affection. And we purpose to come to you, I, Paul, once and again, but Satan hindered me. For what is our hope and our joy and the crown of our glorying, unless it be you before our Master Yeshua is coming? For you are our glory and our joy. And because we could no longer endure it, we were willing to be left alone at Athens, and to send to you Timothy, our brother, a servant of Elohim, and our assistant in the announcement of the Mashiach, that he might strengthen you and inquire of you respecting your faith, or else any of you should be disheartened by these afflictions. For you know that we are destined. For also when we were with you, we forewarned you that we were to be afflicted, as you know did occur. And therefore also I could not be quiet until I sent to learn your faith, or else the tempter should have tempted you, and our labor have been in vain. But now, since Timothy has come to us from among you, and has informed us respecting your faith and your love, and that you have a good remembrance of us at all times, and that you desire to see us, even as we see you. Therefore we are confident in you, my brothers, amid all our obstacles and afflictions, on account of your faith. And now we live, if you stand fast in our Master Yeshua. For what thanks can we render to Elohim in your behalf for all the joy with which we are joyful on your account? Unless it be that we, the more supplicate before Elohim, by night and by day, that we may see your faces, and may perfect what is lacking in your faith. And may Elohim, our Father, and our Master Yeshua, the Mashiach, direct our way to you, and increase and enlarge your love towards one another, towards all men, even as we love you, and establish your hearts blameless in separateness and holiness before Elohim our Father, at the advent of our Master Yeshua the Mashiach, with all his set-apart believers. 1 Thessalonians 1, 2, and 3. I hope that doesn't violate anything. Cherish his new love. Be well. Right, let's see the size of this log he's been splitting. Oh, look at that. That was a whole bunch bigger than that. Good job. Right on.